Welcome to the Vitality Show here at Earl's Court. My name's Nana Akua, aka Lady Exercise. There is so much happening. Check this out. This is the main stage, the Zest Fitness Park. There's a major workout happening. Now, I'm here with Lisa Jackson. She's about to do a talk on slimming, the commandments. Tell us a bit more about that.
Well, I lost a lot of weight myself. I lost 3.5 stone using a combination of hypnotherapy, exercise and a healthy diet. And I was so amazed because I'd given up hope of ever being able to lose weight. So discovering something that worked for me and being a journalist, I thought I have to write a book about this. And so when I was writing the book, I tried to gather together the 10 top things that I changed, or messages that I discovered, or concepts that I'd never heard of before, or things that made a difference to me. And so that's what is my talk's about today. It's what's made a difference to myself, but also all the clients that I've worked with over the last 6 years as a hypnotherapist, because I went on to train as a hypnotherapist because I was so delighted with the results I got from hypnotherapy.
That's fantastic. Well, Lisa, these are the 10 slimming commandments that everyone must have, so stay tuned for this.
Hello everyone, my name is Lisa Jackson and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and the author of a new book called Adore Yourself Slim. The subtitle of the book is Eat, Exercise and Hypnotize Yourself to a Healthier, Happier You, because I did all of these 3 things myself to lose 3.5 stone, and that's transformed my opinion of hypnosis to such an extent that I retrained as a hypnotherapist, and I've now been doing that for the past 6 years and helped dozens and dozens of people rediscover healthy eating and a much happier approach to food, their body and themselves. I myself had a weight problem my whole adult life, and I absolutely loathed sport and exercise, and also lived on a diet of takeaways, ready meals, a very high-pressured life in magazines. I used to work for Cosmopolitan magazine, and then my life changed when I went to work for Zest magazine, and I saw a lot of people eating seeds, drinking water and going to the gym, and that opened my eyes to another way of life. So there were 2 turning points in my life. Firstly, I discovered running. And I went from being a complete couch potato and the kind of girl who hid at the back of the rounders queue so I didn't have to take a single turn at hitting the ball, to someone who did a 5K in the June, and by April, 10 months later, I'd run the London Marathon. I've since gone on to run 26 marathons and 2 56-mile ultra marathons, and I really believe that if I could change my attitude about exercise, anybody can. The result of that turning point in my life was my first book, Running Made Easy, which has been the best-selling beginner's running book in the UK for the past 9 years. Something I find enormously gratifying because I fell in love with running, and to have shared that passion with my readers as well has been immensely rewarding. My second turning point came when I decided I needed to tackle my weight, and I discovered hypnotherapy, and I went for 6 sessions. And the things I learned there could probably be summarized on a postcard, but they've totally changed my relationship with food and myself. And I was so impressed with hypnosis that I went on to retrain as a hypnotherapist, and I wrote my second book, Adore Yourself Slim, that I'm going to be talking about to you today, as a result of the journey that I personally went on. And I was lucky enough to link up with a very, very highly regarded nutritionist called Lyndall Costay, who I'd worked with on Zest magazine, and she made sure that every single recommendation in this book is evidence-based and healthy. She's read every single word, so you can rest assured that you're getting sound nutritional advice, as well as all the been there, done that too insights from myself as a struggling slimmer, as well as all the information you need about hypnosis, which is my new career. So the talk I'm going to give you today is called The 10 Slimming Commandments, taken from my book, as I say, and it's a summary basically of all the most important lessons that I learned along the way, all that with my work with my hypnotherapy clients I've come to see as the most important rules to live by if you want to not only slim down but maintain that weight loss for life. So rule number 1, commandment number 1, thou shalt barge to the front of your own queue. And that means putting yourself first. I work with a lot of women. That's the majority of my clients are women. And it's interesting how many of those people are carers. They are mums, they're looking after elderly parents, they are in caring professions such as nursing and midwifery. And I wondered why so many of them were struggling with their weight, until I realized they were so used to putting other people's needs ahead of their own that they'd neglected themselves. So the one problem that a lot of people have when they come to me and I say, barge to the head of your own queue, is that they feel that that would somehow be selfish. And you need to think of the situation on a plane. If a plane were to get in trouble, they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first and then help other people. And if you prioritize your own healthy eating and exercise above anything else in your life, you'll be happier, stronger, fitter, and healthier. You're able to help the people in your life that you need to help. So in no way is that a selfish decision. So it is vital to prioritize your eating and exercise choices every day. That's the first thing you should do, and everything else should follow on from that. My second slimming commandment is, thou shalt not order sushi if thou doesn't like fish. I actually, believe it or not, went to a restaurant once with someone who only found out halfway through she doesn't like fish. We chose a sushi restaurant. And the principle behind my book, Adore Yourself Slim, is that you can't eat whatever you like. And believe you me, I tried that. I lived on pizzas, I like them. I lived on ice cream, I like that too. I lived on fish and chips. You can't eat whatever you like, but you should only eat whatever you like. So that means that diet foods, tasteless foods, boring foods have to be thrown out along with the unhealthy foods. If you remember as a child being forced to eat food you didn't like, plowing your way through, overcooked vegetables, it brings back really bad memories. Whereas if you go onto an eating program where every single meal is a treat and delicious, it's going to be so much easier to stick to it. So putting a tiny bit more effort, and by the way, there's lots of lovely recipes in my book, a tiny bit more effort into every meal is going to give you a feeling of happiness and well-being 5 times a day, because I encourage you to eat 3 meals and 2 healthy snacks a day. And it's also going to stop that I just got out of jail mentality when you go to a restaurant. You go to a restaurant and you think, oh, it's my only opportunity all month to eat something that's tasty and delicious. Whereas if you're eating healthy, delicious meals at home every day, you're much more likely to say, well, this is just another one in a long queue of healthy meals. And they're tasty. And I'll just have something healthy off the menu instead of something toxic. Slimming commandment number 3. Thou shalt ask thyself, what do I really need right now? Now, food releases a feel-good hormone called serotonin in our bodies. So eating food always makes us feel happier and better. And we crave that feeling. And lots of other times in our life when we're having an emotional low, we're in a bad mood, we're lonely, we're angry, we're tired. So if you can bring this unconscious habit that you probably developed by becoming an emotional eater into conscious awareness, by just going, oh, this isn't the right time for me to be eating. It's not lunchtime, it's not dinner time, it's not breakfast time, and it's not one of my snack times. Why do I want to eat right now? What do I really need right now? The answer may well surprise you. It's unlikely to be food. The answer is probably something completely different, like a bath, a nap, or a glass of water. So an easy way to remember the question to ask yourself is to use the HALT acronym. And that stands for, what do I really need right now? Am I H for hungry? If you're hungry, what should you do? Eat, okay? That's a real basic principle. By all means, if you really are hungry, you should eat something, but obviously choose something healthy rather than just a packet of crisps. Second letter in HALT is angry. Am I angry? Have I got unresolved emotions that I need to discuss with someone, think about, talk about? That can be a reason that you're starting to feel that you need to reach for food. Then another question is, am I lonely? People eat out of loneliness. So you can email a friend, pick up the phone, go and visit a friend. And then T stands for, am I thirsty? Thirst signals can often be confused with hunger signals, so have a nice pint of water. And if you're still hungry after that, guess what? Eat. And the other one is tired. Am I tired? A lot of us burn the candle at both ends, especially women. They do a full day's work and then they go home and repeat the shift, the second shift of the day. So just ask yourself, am I tired? And am I only eating to keep myself fueled up for the rest of the evening is a really good question, and perhaps you should be going to bed, or you should be having a nap, or you should be having a rest. Then Slimming Commandment 4. Thou shalt eat slowly and stop when you're comfortably full, not stuffed. Now, this is the concept of mindful eating. Really tasting your food and knowing that digestion doesn't happen just in your stomach. It actually starts in your mouth. So if you're able to chew your food properly, you're mixing your food with digestive enzymes in your mouth, and you'll be able to better access the nutrients contained in that food. So I suggest that you sit down for every meal and snack. We know how we can mindlessly just walk around snacking, and the next minute you've eaten 400 calories of peanuts, for example. So sit down for all 3 of your meals and your 2 snacks. And also, don't do anything else while you're eating. Research has shown that we eat 44% more calories if we're glued to the television while we're eating than if we pay attention to our food. So that can make a huge difference. That one change can be all the difference it takes to help you to start slimming down. Slimming Commandment 5. Thou shalt not eat anything bigger than your head. Now, portion control matters. And we all know how portion sizes over the years have got bigger, and we need to start controlling that where we can. Now, interestingly, we can eat 25% more food without 25% less food without noticing it. So if you just try it for yourselves at home as an experiment this week, go home and dish up 75% of what you'd normally eat, and see if you actually feel any differently afterwards. When Lyndall worked with me, she told me that a portion of protein was half a tin of sardines, and I'd been eating a whole full tin of sardines for lunch. I was just horrified. I just thought, I can't have fish paste on my toast. Well, I put the sardines on. It didn't quite look like fish paste. It was a little bit more than fish paste. Finished that piece of bread with salad, and I realized I was exactly as full as I was with a whole tin of sardines. So try that little experiment for yourselves. But interestingly, on my Adore Yourself Slim Eating program, you don't actually have to eat a lot less food if you don't want to. You can bulk up on lots of salad, lots of vegetables. You can have enormous bowls of vegetables. In fact, when I lost 2.5 stone in 2.5 months, that's the first time I lost weight. The whole story is in the book. I used to eat salads literally this big. Absolutely loved those salads until one day my boss just said to me, you know what, that salad could feed 4 in a Pizza Hut. And I was like, oh, and it did take me a whole hour to eat it. And I realized I could have a smaller salad, a normal size portion of salad. And now actually, before I used to get panicky, worrying that I wouldn't have enough food on my plate. And it's interesting how my mindset has changed. And now when people put too much food on my plate, it makes me lose my appetite, and I actually have to ask for some of it to be removed. So it's interesting. You try that at home and see if that works for you. My 6th slimming commandment, thou shalt repeat after me, every little bit helps. Remember, you didn't gain weight overnight, and you're not going to lose it healthily and sustainably overnight either, as much as we prefer it to be the case that a magic wand could be waved over us. Weight loss is not just a huge mountain. It's lots of tiny decisions that we make day in, day out that are going to make all the difference. So the simple decision just to have breakfast can have an enormous benefit on balancing your blood sugar levels throughout the day. Another example of one small change that can have enormously beneficial results is writing down what you eat. That can actually boost your weight loss efforts by 50%. So a pen that you can buy, WH Smith 50p, can actually be one of your most effective slimming tools. Then Slimming Commandment 7, thou shalt remember what's in it for you. You need to make sure that this weight loss actually matters, because you are going to be saying no to pizza sometimes, ice cream sometimes, fish and chips sometimes. So it has to mean something to you. And if you can get the longest list possible of reasons why it's important for you to lose weight, you're much less likely to fall off the wagon. So spend a good 15 to 20 minutes analysing that list, writing it down, and placing it somewhere where you can see it regularly and keep revisiting it. The more reasons you have, the more effort you'll be willing to put in. And then keep revisiting those reasons. Keep thinking, I want to wear jeans again. That was my personal goal. I'd like to wear a swimming costume again without feeling I needed to, wear a burkini on the beach. These are all things that can make an enormous difference. Then Slimming Commandment 8. Thou shalt forgive and forget. Now, I don't know if you're anything like me, but whenever I had a lapse, and one of my favorite lapses is Marks and Spencer cheesecake, I'd eat the one piece, and they used to come in 2 packs, and then I'd guiltily eat the second half of the pack and hope no one could see me. Of course, this was on Oxford Street at a bus stop, so it was likely a lot of people saw me. And then I'd feel so disgusted with myself, not only because I felt nauseous from eating, 10,000 calories of pure fat, I then feel I was absolutely horrified at my behavior, and I had to punish myself. And the punishment involved going to my local fish and chip shop for 4 nights in a row until I felt utterly sick to the gills of fatty food. And then I'd go, oh, okay, I'll pull myself together now. I'll start eating healthily again. So the damage from one little slip up turned into a whole week of self-abuse. And that is the one thing my hypnotherapist taught me: forgive and forget. Rather, eat that cheesecake, sit down slowly, savor, if you decided you're going to have it, savor every mouthful, don't feel guilty, eat it with a gorgeous cup of tea in a china cup, lick that last bit of lemon, you can see how much I love it, lemony cheesecake off the end of the fork, put it down and go, I'm back on track. Yes, perhaps if you want to atone for this, a week of fish and chip eating, let's replace that with perhaps a little bit of extra exercise that day, just an extra bus stop walk, and then you go, forget about it. Also, sometimes just analyze what made you eat that cheesecake. Was it because you allowed your blood sugar to go too low? Or did you just think, you know what, I like cheesecake and I'm going to have it occasionally, and that is fine. So it's all about not feeling guilty about what you eat and just getting back on track straight away. Number 9, thou shalt remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Planning is absolutely vital, and if you get into good habits, a habit is an unconscious action and you don't need to think about it. So if I asked all of you here today, have you brushed your teeth? I'm going to see a lot of nods. Oh, how did you find time to brush your teeth when you knew you were coming to the Vitality Show? You had to get dressed as well. Did you all remember to put your clothes on this morning? Well, I can see you did. How did we manage to do that? Because we've learned to make it a habit. And that is the same with healthy eating. If you get into good habits, it all becomes completely effortless. So making one small change to your lifestyle, such as shopping on a set day each week, perhaps on a Sunday, perhaps on a Monday, and then all of a sudden you have 21 healthy meals ahead of you, and you've got 14 healthy snacks stored around your home, in your handbag, in your fridge. And the next minute, healthy eating doesn't become this big drama. It's just, well, there are healthy foods around you in your home. Plan ahead too if you're going to eat out or you're going to a family celebration. Think, how am I going to deal with this? Let's choose a healthy restaurant rather than one where we know that there's no healthy options available. And the other thing to do about planning ahead is actually to schedule in your exercise sessions. And remember, it's 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week, but you can break it down into small 10-minute segments. So don't make a big deal out of it. Get an exercise video, like David Kirsch does an amazing one. Every workout is 15 minutes. And just say to yourself, right, I'm going to do that 15 minutes this evening, and I'm going to walk 2 bus stops worth in the morning, and there you've got your half an hour done. But if you schedule it in, you plan ahead, you're much more likely to do that exercise than leaving it to chance when you actually get a spare moment to do it. And my final slimming commandment is, thou shalt learn to relax. Sleep deprivation and stress have both been shown in numerous studies to lead to food cravings, especially cravings for carbohydrates. And also, they disrupt your hunger hormones. So you find it much harder to tell if you're full. So it is really important to get enough sleep. Look at your diary and see how many hours in a day, if you look at a full day, are you actually spending sleeping, getting the rest that your body needs. Another really good way to get stress reduction is, of course, hypnosis. Now, hypnosis is a state of deep relaxation, and many of us experience this state in everyday life, except we don't term it hypnosis. So if you spend some time daydreaming about a gorgeous holiday you've been on or one you're hoping to go to, that is a state of hypnosis. Getting very engrossed in a book and forgetting that it's gone dark outside, or you didn't hear the phone ring because you were so involved in the story, that is a hypnotic state too. And hypnosis not only is it deeply relaxing, so it will reduce your stress levels and therefore combat food cravings and not being able to tell when you're full, but but it's actually very, very useful in establishing new habits. So in a study published in the Journal of Consulting Clinical Psychology, I took two groups of people and they put both of them on a weight loss program, a medically supervised weight loss program. The one group they gave hypnosis to, the other group they didn't. After 6 months, the hypnosis group had lost 1 stone and 3 pounds, that's 7.7 kilograms, and the non-hypnosis group had only lost half a pound, which is 0.2 kilograms. So it makes an enormous difference to your weight loss efforts. So what I would like to do now is to give you the chance to experience hypnosis for yourselves. We're going to do a short session together. Hypnosis is only contraindicated for people who've suffered from severe mental illness or have experienced psychosis or schizophrenia. So if that's you, please by all means just sit here now and you can just stare at the floor if you like, or if you'd like to move on to somewhere else in the show, that's absolutely fine. But for the rest of you, it will be a lovely, relaxing 20-minute session in which I will be reinforcing the messages that I gave you in my talk, the 10 Slimming Commandments. So what I want to reassure you about hypnosis just before we begin is this is not stage hypnosis. So I won't be behaving like a chicken and nor will any of you. You'll just be sitting in a deeply relaxed state, and the position to adopt for reaching that deeply relaxed state is to sit with your feet flat on the floor and resting your hands just comfortably on your thighs, and just making sure that there's nothing irritating you, that your glasses are off if you need them to be off. And then we're going to put the music on, and I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and make yourselves comfortable, and then we'll do a short hypnosis session so you can experience for yourselves what it's like. So just make yourselves comfortable now and gently allow your eyes to close. And then start breathing in to the count of 4 through your nose. I'm just going to ask for a moment, if I can just have the music turned down a little bit, please, it's really loud. Is it possible to turn the music down? Okay, we'll see if we can get through this. So start to breathe in now through your nose to the count of 4. Pause briefly, and then breathe out to a comfortable count of 8 through your nose. Breathing in to a comfortable count of 4 through your nose. Pause briefly and then breathe out to the count of 8 through your nose. And when you breathe out to the count of 8, you may like to imagine an egg timer turning over in your body. And as the sand runs softly and smoothly downwards, as it slowly trickles through your body, imagine that it's removing any unnecessary nervous tension. Just allow that sand to release any tension as you breathe out. Let it ease out any anxiety and remove any stress. Feel it trickle down from your head, down to your fingertips and down to your toes, and out into the ground as you continue to breathe in to the count of 4 through your nose. Pause briefly and then breathe out to the count of 8 through your nose. And while you're breathing in this way, all you have to do is to listen to the sound of my voice, which will continue to help you to relax even more with every exhalation. And as you do this, you may find yourself recalling cherished memories from the past. Just allow yourself to enjoy these wonderful recollections before focusing on my voice once more. All you have to do is to listen to the sound of my voice, which will continue to help you to relax even more with every exhalation. And now you can either continue breathing like that, or just breathe as you normally would. And it really doesn't matter which way you choose to breathe, because whichever way you choose, every exhalation will help you to become more and more deeply relaxed. Will help you go deeper and deeper until you enter a state of total relaxation. In a few moments' time, you'll hear me count down from 10 to 1. And with each number you hear, you'll become increasingly more relaxed until, on reaching the number 1, you'll be in a wonderful state of relaxation, where your body will be blissfully relaxed and your mind will be incredibly receptive to the positive, life-affirming suggestions I'll be giving you. And you'll only go as deep as it is safe and comfortable for you to go. So ready. 10. Going deeper and deeper. 9. Feeling more and more deeply relaxed. 8. Going deeper and deeper. 7. Deeper still. 6. Deeper and deeper. 5. Doubling your relaxation now. 4. More and more calm and at peace. 3. Relaxing and letting go. 2. Even deeper still. And 1. Feeling totally relaxed. And now I'd like your permission to speak to your unconscious mind about a matter of importance to you. By attending this talk, you've already shown a willingness to replace the outdated habits that are no longer working for you with new, more positive ones. And because it is your desire to become slimmer, healthier and happier, so you'll find yourself gradually adopting more positive habits that will allow you to achieve this exciting goal. Every morning you make a conscious decision to put yourself first. And in doing this, you prioritize the healthy habits that are going to help you to take another step towards your target weight. And so, as you plan the coming day, you put in place everything that could possibly help you to achieve your goals, such as choosing to eat only delicious foods you really love, and shopping on a set day each week so you'll always have deliciously fresh food to eat, or planning to sit down and eat 3 regular meals and 2 healthy snacks throughout the day without the distraction of television or reading. Or diarising exercise sessions so that you'll start to enjoy the benefits, the marvellous, life-affirming benefits of exercise and being more active. Remembering always that every little bit helps. Every little bit can and will make a difference to your health and well-being. And you acknowledge now that your body needs time to register that your stomach is full. And so you eat slowly, you eat mindfully, and you savor every delicious mouthful of food that you've prepared as a way to love and nurture your body. And you stop eating the moment you're full, even if it means saving what's left on your plate for another meal or throwing it away, because you are in control. You plan ways to drink more water throughout the day. You plan to enjoy eating healthy, nutritious food. You feel an intense desire to eat fresh, delicious vegetables and salads that protect and nourish your body, while at the same time you lose interest in foods or drinks that aren't beneficial to the health of your body. You lose the desire for toxic treats. You lose the taste for energy-sapping junk calories and develop a new desire to eat the foods that nurture and nourish you. You notice an intense desire to eat mouth-watering, health-giving foods because you are in control. And as you continue to make these small changes to the way you eat, bit by bit, step by step, so you notice that you need to eat less food. You feel comfortably full and satisfied by eating far less. Your body feels lighter. You're getting slimmer. And you love that wonderful feeling of being comfortably full after a meal. And as the days and weeks and months go by, you develop a new healthy relationship with food. You no longer see food as a way to self-medicate when you're feeling bored, angry, lonely, sad, tired, or thirsty. You begin to see food as a way to enjoy life, to celebrate life, not as a prop or a crutch to help you deal with negative emotions. And every time you feel the urge to eat, when it's not your designated meal or snack time, you remember to ask yourself one question: what do I really need right now? And then you give yourself whatever it is that you really need. If you're thirsty, you give yourself water. If you're bored, you find something interesting or exciting to do. If you're lonely, you call, email, or visit a friend or loved one. If you're angry or sad, you work through those feelings. And if you're tired, you give yourself the gift of rest. And so you continue to adore and nurture your body, ensuring it gets enough healing rest and sleep, along with healthy food. Always remembering to ask yourself, what do I really need right now? And then giving yourself whatever it is that you really need, because you are in control. And as the days and weeks go by, so you find yourself becoming more and more motivated, more and more positive, more and more committed. Every day you remind yourself of the fabulously exciting things you'll be able to do as you continue to adore yourself slim. Constantly reminding yourself of what's in it for you. And whenever you eat something you didn't intend to, you forgive yourself instantly and immediately and get right on back on track straight away. And as all these positive changes are repeated day in, day out, so they become automatic habits, so they become a part of you, it becomes easier and easier to maintain them. And as these positive lifestyle changes translate into positive changes in the way your body looks and feels, so you continue to adore yourself slim. So you continue to make the most of all the attractive features you've already been blessed with, instead of focusing on how far you have to go. You take a renewed pride in focusing on how far you've already come, and how wonderful, talented, and unique you already are. And now imagine a television that's playing a film starring someone who looks just like you, but who's at a healthier weight or at their target weight. And spend some time now watching this film and observing what being slimmer and healthier looks like. Notice what the person is wearing. Notice their confident body language. Notice the wonderful feeling of well-being they're experiencing as they nurture their body with healthy, nutritious food and exercise. And now step into that screen and experience all of that from inside that film, becoming the person you saw on that screen, and noticing just how wonderful it feels when you're adoring yourself slim. And now you can float back to the present. And as you do so, bring all those wonderful feelings of self-love and self-acceptance and self-esteem that you've just experienced. Bring back all those positive feelings to the present and make them a part of yourself. Make them a part of how you view yourself today. And now I'm going to wake you. You'll hear me count from 1 to 5, and by the count of 3, your eyes will open. And by the count of 5, you'll be fully awake and alert, feeling positive and certain of your ability to succeed at whatever goals you've set yourself. Looking towards the future with a new determination and a new sense of confidence in yourself. Feeling excited about adoring yourself slim. And every part of you will be back here with me in the present. All normal feeling will return to your limbs, and you'll wake up feeling alert, refreshed, energized, motivated, and inspired. So ready. 1, 2, waking up. 3, 4, fingers beginning to move, toes beginning to move a little. 5, fully wide awake, back here with me in the present and feeling great. Wonderful. So thank you all very much for coming today. Just to let you know that if you enjoyed today's session, I run Adore Yourself Slim seminars, which are half-day seminars in South London, in Croydon. And you get a special discount if you quote the Vitality Show. So you get 20% off. They only cost £60 if you quote the Vitality Show. Otherwise, they're £75. And if you bring a friend, they're £55. Also, if you'd like to join my mailing list and just be informed of future seminars, please come up and sign at the table here to my left. Also, I obviously offer one-to-one hypnosis sessions as well, and I also work with groups. The book today is for sale. It's actually £12.99, but you can get it today for £8, which is the same price that you'll get it on Amazon. And my running book, I've got a few copies of my running book, which takes you from 60 seconds of running at a time all the way through to a marathon. And it's very colourful. Both books are designed to make running and weight loss fun and inspiring. You'll see they're full of funky illustrations, lots of workbook kind of ideas, and lots of exercises for you to work through. You'll also notice that with the handouts that I gave you, I'll be running a beginner's running camp in the Alps, a beginner's running retreat in the Alps in September with Adventures in the Alps. And it's going to be a week-long retreat literally for real beginners. So we won't find people coming along who can do 10Ks in under half an hour. It really is, if you can't run for a bus, that's for you. My husband will be coming along with us, so if you can already do a 5K, you'll have someone fast to run with, but I'm going to be there for the real beginners and take you from 1 minute of running all the way to being able to do a 5K, not in 1 week, but it's setting you on the path to running success. And then if any of you would like to chat to me afterwards, our time is up, but I will be retreating to the coffee shop, which is just over there where it says the word espresso. So if anyone would like to come and have a chat to me afterwards and ask me any questions about hypnosis or the work I do, please feel free to come and chat to me then. Thank you so much for coming to my talk, and I hope you enjoy the Vitality Show. Bye-bye. Thank you.
I'm Nana Akua. This is Libby from Munchie Seeds, and you do a vast array of seeds, but in the most amazing and delicious flavours. Tell us a bit about these products.
We have we're all about making seeds fun and exciting and not boring, and bringing all that brilliant nutrition that seeds have to the table and getting people engaged with it who wouldn't normally go for seeds. So we have a brilliant range of savoury flavours going right through to sweet flavours, sweetie flavours, and even chocolate ones as well, but still keeping all the good stuff in there as well.
So talk me through what you've got here. This one, what's that
we've
one?
got very, very popular Crunchy Bites here. So we've got sunflower pumpkin and apricot kernel in there, which is something a little bit different. It gives it a really, really lovely crunch. Brilliant to put on salads, pastas, stir-fry soups, jacket potatoes, or keep them at your desk or in your gym bag for a little snack on the go. We've also then got our lovely new chili chocolate and ginger ones
I've had
Belgian
them.
dark chocolate. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. You've got all the goodness of the season there as well, and we've added ginger, which is really good for your digestion system as well. So great when you need a chalky fix, but still healthy.
Yes,
it's really
we
good.
like that.
And we've also got our new honey munchie seeds as well, which are lovely to have in natural yogurt, on porridge, things like that as well. So really
Which
good.
seeds have you
That's
using?
sunflower and pumpkin seeds in there. So really good slow release energy. So it keeps have it in the morning, keep it right filled up all the way through the morning.
It could be, instead of going and reaching for the chocolate,
which is just going to give you a really short, sharp energy boost, which is no good at all. You're going to be crashing to half an hour later. Keep you going, keep you sustained all the way through.
And the next one is chili
We've
mix.
got
Now
chili
that
mix,
is lovely.
Isn't it brilliant?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Which seeds in there?
That's sunflower pumpkin and apricot kernel in there as well with chili flakes.
Okay.
Really nice alternative. You can put them in fajitas, put them on salads again, or have it as a nibble with a little drink in the evening as well. Nice alternative to nuts, that one.
And again, this one is one of my favourites as well.
This is our supercharged one. This is fantastic. You've got sunflower, pumpkin, linseed, hemp, grape, flax and sesame in there, all in a little savoury sauce. Fantastic for your immune and digestive system. Really good if you don't eat a lot of fish, because you've got a natural omega-3, 6 and 9 in there as well. So that's our real supercharged one, which is brilliant.
And if I wanted to get hold of your products, where would I go for them?
We are in a range of national supermarkets. We're in Sainsbury's, Tesco's and Waitrose. You can also order it from us online as well.
Okay, and your website
is www.munchieseeds.co.uk.
Thank you very much, Libby.
Thank
that was
you.
very informative.
Thank you.
Must have a look and see what those seeds look like.
Yes.
So that's it for another year. The Vitality Show wraps up, but it'll be back again next year, and of course it'll be back on Fitness TV.